Today we are gonna talk about fiery match manufacturing. Our ancestors faced a lot of trouble in making a simple fire. Up to the 5th century, people had no means other than rubbing two stones to produce a fire. It was Chinese who invented the sulfur match in the 5th century. Yet, humans had to wait until the 19th century to get hold of the modern day safety match. For matches, the frequently used wood are white pine and aspen. Main reason is that they are porous enough to absorb the added chemicals. Apart from this, the wood should have properties like easy cutting and not being breakable when we rub the match against the surface. At first, the wood is cut into easily manageable pieces and debugged using a specially designed curved knife. Then this is sent to a peeling machine, which produces strips of wood named veneer. The remainder round log is often used as fuel or in paper manufacturing. Veneers are then sent to a chopping machine, which produces around 1000 matchsticks in a single stroke. Then these are subjected to their first chemical reaction, which is dipping them in aluminium phosphate for a few minutes. This acts as a fire retardant. This prevents the matchsticks from excessive smoking or shouldering and reduces the firing rate of the match. The next step begins as soon as the excess chemical residue is shredded off from the product. This is using a dryer. In the after step, matchsticks are sent via hot air by using a conveyor belt. Batches of matches are subjected to high heat, which will ease the handling of the match. Next, these are transferred to a perforated steel belt, which can hold around 50 to 100 sticks in its width. This happens via several mechanisms, like sending through a steel web so that some fall through in a straight fashion. The ones which have not been correctly positioned are collected and sent again to the feeder to repeat the process. After getting the correct position, the sticks are dipped in hot paraffin wax. The purpose is to transfer the flame from burning chemicals of the top to the stick itself. Wax acts as a fuel. After that, ammonium phosphate prevents further combustion. Then comes the most important part of match production. A few steel belts are taken together and a tray filled with relevant chemicals for the tip is brought in contact with the tip. The chemicals differ according to the type of the matchstick. For the normal safety match, it has antimony trisulfide, potassium chlorate and sulfur. Antimony trisulfide is the burning chemical and potassium chlorate facilitates it. But these two chemicals are not enough for a flame to initiate. As you know, there is a rough surface in the matchbox. This surface contains red phosphorus. Upon rubbing, the heat generated will convert the red phosphorus to white phosphorus. White phosphorus reacts with potassium chlorate and ignites antimony trisulfide. Confused? Pause the video and look at this illustration for a better understanding. The strike anywhere matches contain an outer layer with a chemical containing red phosphorus called phosphorus sesquisulfide. With the heat generated from the friction, the same chain reaction can go on. After each dip, the stick has to be dried for about 50 to 60 minutes. While the matchsticks are prepared in one corner of the factory, the other corner readies the packages. The two parts needed for the matchbox is cut and pasted. For the normal match, the chemicals needed for the side roughening is also added. They are now ready for the assembly of matchsticks. Now, the dried matches are fallen to a conveyor belt and transferred to trays for final assembly. They are then shifted to the respective machine to assemble matchboxes. Matchboxes are packed in dozen numbers. Tune to Worldtricks for more amazing videos like this. Subscribe us and like this video. Stay connected with us. Thank you for watching.